should do. Hey! Long road up to recover, free from you. Long way back to the light. Long road up to recover, free from you. Long way to making it right. My favourite new artist right now is a guy called Will Varley, who's a songwriter from Kent, who I encountered when he was opening for a friend of mine at a show, and I pretty much gave up on all other music when I heard him. He's so incredibly good. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take him on tour. He's honestly the best thing I've heard in about 1,000 years. He's brilliant. I like to think of myself as being quite open-minded about music. I don't know masses about jazz. I mean, I don't hate jazz by any means. I love kind of croony jazz, it's great, but I sort of don't really understand Ornette Coleman, if I'm honest. Me and reggae have never really seen eye to eye, if I'm honest with you. I always found it slightly irritating. And I suppose happy hardcore kind of doesn't really make me happy. You know what I mean? Just kind of like super fast. Shut up. Yeah, there you go. There's your answer. Yeah, I mean, I'm working on a new record right now, and my ambition is to make the best record that I've made so far. Whether or not I succeed in doing that is an entirely separate question, but I'm going to give it a go. The fact that I'm actually doing it. When I was a kid, I told everyone I was going to make my living for my life as a traveling musician, and everybody laughed at me, including my friends, my parents, and my teachers, and everybody else. And I wake up in the morning and I don't have another job, and I make a living from playing music, and I'm really proud of that fact, and it's a daily highlight. Out of anybody, I mean, it's a weird one because, I mean, for example, my favourite songwriter of all time is a guy called John K. Sampson. I actually got asked if I wanted to work with him, and I said no, simply because I'm so in awe of him that I wouldn't really be able to exercise any critical judgment. I mean, he's kind of a friend of mine as well, but I think he's the greatest songwriter in the world. Also, I think that some types of songwriters are kind of sort of have that kind of lone wolf going on, and some are more collaborative. So to work with someone like Robbie Robertson would be amazing, I think, because he's somebody whose entire career has been based around kind of collaboration as a musical idea. Whereas, I mean, I adore Nick Cave with every fibre of my being, but I'm not entirely sure what we would do together. Learn every song that you ever hear. Like, I have spent my life learning how to play other songs. Originally songs that I like, but even songs I don't like, if I hear a song on the radio, and do it without kind of looking up the chords or whatever. Try and learn by ear, and because I think that's a really valuable skill. I don't know how to write music or read music, never have done, and but you play me a song, I can figure out the chords. Give me 3 minutes, I'll figure out the chords, no problem. And I think that kind of gives you it's a slightly kind of like, well, I mean, if I'm not being too up my own arse saying this, but it's a bit like that bit at the end of The Matrix when he starts seeing all the numbers and it becomes clear what the underlying structure is. I feel like if you get the handle on that end of songwriting, and then it enables you to see the kind of subtleties that really distinguish songs from each other much better.
And this is what she said now. You live to dance another day. Now you have to dance for the two of us. Stop looking so and depressed. Sing with all of your heart. And the queen is dead, yes. She told me she would sink upon her.